Systems Thinking Society is working for the infusion of system thinking approach into the people of Turkey, starting from K-12 education by incorporating this approach into the curriculum of K-12 education in schools and in faculties of education. This is our strategic model showing how we plan to infuse it. We focus on three major areas. These are in-service teacher training, courses in faculties of education, and content development. They are all interconnected. The long-term goal, a truly sustainable solution, can be achieved by delivering system thinking courses in the second year of the faculties of education. By this early introduction, it will be possible to use the system thinking approach in these courses. For this to be achieved, high quality, easy to use and easy to understand content is needed. This content development can be done by in-service teacher, designing, implementing and updating various lesson plans and activities with system thinking tools. We offer free workshops for untrained teachers and consultancy on implementation for trained teachers. We host symposiums where opportunities for experience sharing are created. In this way, the number of facilitators who can take the charge of delivering workshops and developing content gradually increases. This study focuses on the perceptions of trained teachers using the system thinking approach in-class applications. With this research, our aim is to investigate the perceptions of the teachers using the system thinking approach in their in-class applications. Why is this important for us? As a system thinking society in Turkey, we've been training teachers since 2014. Almost 480 teachers were trained between 2014 and 2019. And also many of them are using system thinking tools in their in-class applications. As a system thinking society in Turkey, we want to see what we have done so far and what the teachers think about system thinking. Considering the results we get from this study, our goal is to update our strategy plan for our future training and workshops. For data collection, critical incident technique is preferred, which is based on the idea of people telling stories about the experiences they have had in the past. The technique uses the content analysis of these stories told by the people themselves. And also, this technique can be effective in collecting a vast number and a variety of data related to the dimensions of a certain subject and through a specific period. In this research, teachers' perceptions were studied by sub-problems. They are: what were the situations in which they thought that system thinking practices were successful, and concepts that were placed in the students' discourse about system thinking, and what habits they had acquired, and also situations in which system thinking applications fail. After determining the questions of the research, the interview forms with these 5 questions were sent to the teachers. In this study, determining the perceptions of teachers on system thinking, who use system thinking approach in their in-class applications was aimed. With this intention, the universe of this study was specified as 480 teachers from various fields who were known to have participated in training delivered by the System Thinking Society. Purposive sampling method, which is one of the non-random sampling methods, was used while the sampling was being done. The interview forms were sent to 50 teachers who are in the consultancy program of the association and known to use the system thinking tools in their in-class applications. And 31 teachers replied to our interview forms, and they were taught as the sample of the research. The content analysis method was used as the data analysis technique. The main intention of content analysis is reaching concepts and relations that can explain the obtained data. The interview forms are being examined as the first phase of the data analysis. Specified phrases among the responses to the questions in the interview forms were determined. These phrases were categorized after being examined. The reliability of the categorization was ensured by the expert judgment technique. Once the interviews were done, me and two independent experts from different disciplines categorized the articles separately. Disagreements in categories for any answers were resolved by discussing key terms and jointly reviewing the featured phrases until an agreement was reached. By this way, all categories were thoroughly elaborated and 100% agreement was reached. At the end of data analysis process, 29 categories were reached, as you see in the slide. As it is seen in the chart, after the data analysis process, 29 categories were determined. The results were listed in the bar chart from the category that was mentioned most to the category that was mentioned least. The bars on the right side of the zero axis, shown in blue, represents the number of positive perceptions about the category, and the bars on the left of the zero axis, shown in red, represents the number of negative perceptions. The most cited categories are about system thinking tools, such as graphs, loops, and stock and flows. While the stock and flows category has no negative incidence, almost 30% of the incidence in the loop category is negative. This result suggests that teachers have difficulty in causal loop diagrams. This is expectable as causal loop thinking is the most abstract aspect of the system thinking. This is also supported by all positive incidents of stock and flow, as thinking in terms of stocks and flows is much more concrete. It is notable that the mental processing skills category has a very high frequency of positive incidents without any negative incident. This result suggests that 2/3 of the teachers implementing system thinking have observed the events that system thinking has a positive effect on mental processing skills of students. If we look at this chart, we can see the positive and negative incidents about 3 major categories. It can be seen that 70 positive and 14 negative incidents were reported about the tools. If you look at the part about students, 93 incidents can be seen on the positive side, and while 8 negative incidents on the red side. Also, we can see that there are 17 negative incidents and 12 positive incidents about the teachers. It is notable that among 39 negative incidents, only 8 of them are student-related. Most of the negative incidents are teacher-related. That says the teachers are having difficulties in implementing the approach. These results suggest that once the teachers become comfortable in using the system thinking tools, it is much easier to implement it. The barrier is not the student. Another feedback we got from the research is about how the teachers' experience on system thinking tools affect their perceptions. It can be seen in the chart that when the teachers get more experience on using the system thinking tools in their in-class applications, their perception gets more positive. Although much more comprehensive research is needed, even this result suggests that the learning curve of the system thinking for teachers is quite flat, at least for the first years of the implementation. As a conclusion, considering the results we got from this study, as System Thinking Society, we will improve our strategy plan with the steps you see on the slide. The first one is ESDX, which is an online platform designed for teacher training, started to be used. Before the face-to-face workshop, it gives opportunity to the teachers to learn and to consolidate about the system thinking tools. And the second one is to update the content of our workshops according to the teacher's needs. The third one is the consultancy, which is provided for the teachers by the System Thinking Society while the implementations are being planned and done. And also, to increase the number of trained teachers, a textbook for the faculties of education is being written now.